Hi, Mark here. Welcome to a series of rudimental lessons. We're going to cover the 26 rudiments and eventually the 40 PAS rudiments. And then we're going to apply each rudiment on the set in solos and grooves. So we'll start with the long roll, otherwise known as the double stroke roll. The thing to remember about this is that you'll be playing this on different surfaces. So it's very important not only to rely on the rebound, but also to pick it up using your wrists and your fingers. Okay, so you should be able to play this on any surface. It may not be as fast as you can play it on a snare drum or a hi-hat, but the important thing is that it's in the pocket, in essence, in time. So we'll start nice and slow, just 2 strokes on each hand, and I want you to pick each one up. Notice the stick is jumping back up when I put it down. I'm trying to feel the stick coming back up and help it along. Okay, so you're controlling the stick, but you're also using the energy that the stick is giving you back. So when you get a little bit faster, that's where the challenge is going to be. Now eventually you'll play this at all dynamics. Right now I'm playing about forte, maybe fortissimo. You can play this at pianissimo, any dynamic, and I would encourage you to do so. Now let's get a little faster. It's still slow enough so that I can pick up every stroke, but I'm also feeling the rebound. And it's important to keep your fingers on the stick. Try not to let them go out like this, because then you lose all control of the stick. The stick is just going to flop around if your fingers are not on it. Okay, so keep your fingers on the stick. I like to use a grip where the palms are facing down. I guess you can call this the American grip or German grip. Okay, now let's go a little bit faster, and at this point you'll probably reach a point where you'll really have to use your fingers. Now what I'm trying to do when I'm doing this, I'm trying to feel the sticks coming back up and help it along. I'm trying to space all the notes evenly so that it sounds in time and it actually grooves. And I'm also trying to make sure that each stroke is even dynamically. That's very important to get a roll sound. Otherwise it's just going to sound like taka 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 taka. We don't want that sound. We want da 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 da. That's the sound we want. Okay, let's go a little faster. Again, you're using your fingers as well as your wrists. Now, it's not about the speed necessarily, especially at first, but eventually you're going to need to play them fast for some applications. Like if you're playing a groove and you want to embellish the 16ths by doubling them, then you're going to have to be able to play it fast. So you could approach this a couple of different ways. You could go from slow to fast, just slow to fast, open to closed, or you can do it in metrically. So you can start 1, then eventually double that, then you can double that, you can try doubling that. So that way of doing it is kind of like a sprinting exercise. So go from very slow, double that, if you can double that. You can also incorporate triplets if you want. So instead of going straight to doubling, you just play a triplet version. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so once you play this on a pad or on a snare, try it on different surfaces. Try it on something that doesn't bounce very much. For example, your leg, a bed, couch, pillow, whatever you have, or a floor tom that's tuned kind of low. So I'm going to do the other method. I'm going to try going from slow to fast on the floor tom. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get as fast because that's a different response. Here we go. Okay, so I can't get nearly as fast as I could on the snare, but it's good exercise because it uses a different set of muscles. It's a little more of a strength workout, if you will. Now, the hi-hat would be the opposite. It would be like flying after you play that. I once practiced a lot of doubles on a bed before going to a sound check. And after I practiced on the bed with no rebound whatsoever, when I got on the drums, it felt like I could fly. So if that happens to you, you have to be a little careful because you might wind up rushing. So just be careful with that. But try to get used to playing it on different surfaces, and that'll be good because this is one of the main rudiments. I call this one of the root rudiments that goes into a lot of other rudiments. All right, see you at the next lesson.